It appears that other courts think the 187th is low person on the totem pole. It's like this case has been set. Sometimes people think your kindness is a sign of weakness. And I'm just like,
One of these. This is just the MTR, but you can have it if you want. May we approach on Amarion and Sullivan? And we have an update for the court judge.
hi.
Well, the MTR was set today, but we'll give a status update to the court because there's 3 new ones that are kind of jamming up the works right now. As it happens.
All right, Amarion Sullivan. All right, so the allegations in the motion to revoke are all number ones, and there are 3. Where are we on discovery with regards to those, and are you appointed to those?
I am appointed, Judge. This is kind of a weird one. I got appointed, I guess, when they issued the warrant about 4 or 5 months ago, but discovery just started pouring in within the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
And I suspect there's more forthcoming. I'm doing my own investigation as well. Trying to get surveillance video. I think that's probably all purged by now, but long story short, we're still working through the robberies.
Okay. And do you have any idea when indictment, if
We have 2 on, I didn't want to speak for you, but y'all have 2 months left basically before the 90 days hit.
I've read the official report, Judge. I mean, seems to be cut and dry, so
Okay.
I don't see that there's a lot more evidence that needs to be collected or investigated, so I think that the take.
Amarion Dijon Sullivan, age 20. 2023 evading arrest detention with vehicle sentenced 4 years probation in 2023. Motion to revoke probation. 2024 robbery bond $30,000 offense date. March 30th, 2024. 2024, another, robbery bond $30,000 offense date March 30th, 2024. 2024, yet another, robbery bond $30,000 offense date March 30th, 2024. 2023 driving while intoxicated, sentenced 14 months deferred, 2 MTR settings. 2023 handgun motor vehicle dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2023 repeated violation protective order conditions dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2023, another, repeated violation protective order dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2023 assault bodily injury family pretrial supervision terminated unsatisfactory rejected, extraneous offense. Actual local jail time served. November 6, 2024, still in jail. May 24, 2023, 22 days, released on bond. February 18, 2023, same day, released on bond. December 26, 2022, same day, released on bond.
Indicted within the next month or so.
all right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back on January 9th. And then after that date, we'll get a contested hearing date.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll keep working in the meantime and see what we can figure out, Judge.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right. On this case, it's being recalled for January 9th.
That's the same day he set for pre-indictment for 2.
Oh.
Worked out well.
Okay,
Yeah, all right.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Talking again in jail, okay. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes,
Have a good one.
thank you, you too. Vashon? Amarion Sullivan is being recalled for January 9th. For discovery, and then they're gonna be given a contested hearing date.
Sherry?
On that day. Having a hard time reading my writing.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Christian Chavez?
We are ready, Judge. We're here on discovery.
Yes.
Christian?
All right, where are we on discovery?
Last time we have tendered additional surveillance videos to Mr. Mallard. It seems that the co-down footage from the offense has not transported over, and so I've already reached out to the detective today. I'm awaiting his response so that we can tender that to Mr. Mallard.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. And I want everyone to hear me clearly with regards to this discovery. I am calling this back. And I'm going to call this back in January. And if you don't have this discovery by this time, then the officer is going to need to be here on this date that I give you.
Yes, Judge.
And we'll go through the entire prosecution guide with regards to discovery. So I can give you all the date of the 27th, the 28th, or the 30th.
We do the 30th, Judge.
All right, so we're coming back on discovery on January 30th. And if the discovery, the officer is not reaching out to you, you haven't heard an answer, or you don't have discovery for the defense attorney, then that officer needs to be here on January 30th.
Thank you.
All
Judge.
right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
The other two things on it.
Henson? Right, and this was a plea on one case or two?
On the interior or the new number one, I believe. The denied judge did there was a referral for felony drug court that they denied him, he was disqualified.
Okay.
And then we did the Tacoma evaluation prior to this study was completed.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 009236W and 2022 CR 5859 State versus Thomas Nathaniel Henson. Can I have parties announced for the record? State? Defense?
Attorney Albert Osfellow for Mr. Henson, are ready, Your Honor.
All right. So we're proceeding first with regards to the evading arrest detention with the vehicle.
Sure.
And you're Mr. Thomas Nathaniel Henson?
Sure.
All right, so have both parties reviewed the DDRF MIC evaluation and the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Any objections, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections, defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, according to this plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending probation in this case. And you and I had a discussion about life at the jail and at the prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so probation, what are you recommending for Mr. Henson?
Judge, as the and mental health evaluation states, we are recommending DDRF. We are recommending DDRF followed by aftercare. The mixed supervision after his release, regular monthly UAs, and sober support meetings.
So DDRF, MIC, and aftercare?
Yes, Judge.
All right, how old are you? All right, so I am telling you this and I want you to hear me clearly. They don't have the Scared Straight program anymore. When I was growing up, there was always an after-school special. And I remember a Scared Straight program, and one of the guys who was the actor in it was one of the guys from The White Shadow. And so they lined up all of these young boys. They're supposed to be in high school, but back in the day, people are supposed to be playing as high schoolers, and they look like their 20s and their 30s. But they sent them to prison for Scared Straight. And so when they get to the prison, what ends up happening is all the inmates there are trying to scare them straight, saying, this is what happens to you at the prison, right? And the inmate said, do not come back here. Get your life in order. Because if you come back in here, we not friends, and you're just going to be some other inmate, and whatever happens at the prison happens at the prison. And you know what ended up happening in that after school special? They had, I think, about 6 students to go, right? So one guy doesn't listen. He comes back. And he comes there and he sees the prisoners who are trying to scare him straight. And he's like, hey. And they're like, don't know you. That's prison life. And it'll be nice if you go to prison and people just let you do your time. You don't have to watch your back and nobody's trying to sell you for any products. That would be just great. But in the real world, that's not the way the prison works. That's not the way the jail works. Because sometimes you're at the prison and you know who's at the prison? People who committed murder, people who committed aggravated assault, people who committed sexual assaults. Everybody is at the prison. You understand? And they are not going to be your friends. There's not going to be somebody who's going to look out for you and say, you know what? I'm protecting him. If they do, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want something from you. So I'm going to grant your application, but you had better start taking this seriously, because even though you're young and I consider you a child because of your age, the legal system does not consider you a child. There's always room at the Bexar County Jail. There's always room at the prison because it's for profit. You never hear them saying, oh, the prison's overcrowded. What are we going to do about this? And you know why you don't hear people going to Congress and saying, let's make these prisons better. Let's paint them. This floor is dirty. Let's make sure that's clean. You know why? Because it's not sexy. Nobody cares about it. And when I was a defense attorney, you know what people would say? That's what they deserve. Why are you trying to make it nice for them at the prison? Why do they have to lift weight at the prison? Why do they need a library at the prison? It's supposed to be all about suffering. That's the way people feel. Do I feel that way? No. I wish people could go to prison, do their time, learn something. Maybe like something out of Superman 2, where they put you in the glass and you just float around and learn. But that's not the way it is. So you're going to have to change. And if you don't change and a motion to revoke is filed, you're looking at going to prison. And no amount of your baby face and I'm young and all shucks is going to end up saving you. You understand? And stop with all the tattoos on your face. All right. So, in cause number 2024 CR 009236W, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant your application, and the court, all right, the box is checked for recommendation of community supervision, but there's no requested punishment. The paperwork is incorrect. So are you all in agreement to deferred adjudication?
Yes.
All right, so if you all want to check that you all agree to deferred adjudication. All right, so in that cause number, I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. This is run concurrent with 2022 CR 5859. Taking consideration 2024 PF 06107, 2024 PF 06357. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, DDRF, mixed supervision, and followed by aftercare. And there's going to be 90 sober support meetings in 90 days upon release. There's to be no contact with Susie Castaneda. Do you have any children? That is great. There's to be the defensive driving course. And I say that because you're not ready. You got to work on yourself. And then maybe in the future, you'll be ready to be someone's father. You understand? So until you finish working on yourself, don't go out, try to have children, everything, just 100% concentrated on maintaining your sobriety and getting mental health issues under control, okay? Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
7th or 8th grade.
All right. I'll weigh 100 hours as he obtains his GED, and another 100 hours if you obtain a certificate from trade school. I consider improving yourself a part of community service to the public, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm putting the GED out there. If you don't obtain your GED, which you should, if you don't obtain that, then you're probably going to end up, they're going to have you out there picking up trash along the freeway, which 1 is dangerous and 2 is dirty. So this way you can improve yourself, you understand? And if you have issues with passing your GED, just let probation know and we'll work with you, all right? All right. And then of course, proof of employment. within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And cause number 2022 CR 5859. The defendant previously pled true. The court found it true. Court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include DDRF, 90 sober meetings in 90 days, place him on the MIC caseload, and aftercare. And this will run concurrent with 2024 CR 009236W. Is there anything else on that case, probation? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I want you to succeed. Obviously, the state wants you to succeed. That's why they wanted you to be continued. What you do with this chance is completely up to you. You understand? So this is your shot. All right, don't blow it. All right, good luck to you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Thank you. Baldemro Joseph Chapa. All right, where are we on this case? Last time we were here, there's some issue with discovery, a thumb drive.
Oh, there was. That has been worked out, Your Honor. For whatever reason in TechShare, what was available to me through my system was on a different JN number.
Okay.
I provided a thumb drive and Ms. Jones did provide all the discovery that is available. We did have one other hanging chad, which was some CPS records that are referred to in the police report.
Mhm.
The DA's office got out a subpoena to them and have received back an affidavit indicating that they are no longer available. So
Okay.
those records are no longer there. So at this time, it does seem as though the state has provided all the discovery that they have.
All right, state, were you able to tender an offer? All right, so your plea deadline date is going to be January 9th. All right, on that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you reached an agreement with the state. If you have not, your next setting will be jury trial. All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. What page is he on?
Judge.
All right, thank you. Arturo Martinez. All right, today is plea deadline date.
Well, we reset this, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago in order to get in touch with the complainant. There was talk of a potential dismissal if restitution is paid.
Mhm.
They're having a difficult time getting in touch with the complainant, so I'm going to try as well.
Mhm.
Do like a 2-week reset.
All right, this is coming back on January 6th. That will be the last date for your plea deadline date. After that, it will be going to trial.
Okay.
Probably on January 6th. All right?
It's reset for trial on January 6th.
Mm-hmm. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. January 6th. Sandra Gaytan or Gaytan. How are you doing?
Bad, that's on before the bench.
Oh,
I think I've got some in his kitchen and I was spread around the court.
well, let's not do that.
My client, we should play for bargain.
Mhm.
We're gonna be called later on this week, perhaps on Friday.
All right, what I can do is I can bring this back on Thursday.
Thursday's fine, Judge.
All right, so we'll bring you back on Thursday, the 12th.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Judge. Appreciate it.
She needs a reset form.
Good to get it right
This
now.
is Sandra Gaytan. All right, thank you. It'll be December 12th for plea. Luis Beltran.
Hi.
Yes.
On this particular case, it seems like there is a sealed pending, but
We didn't know about it before.
Love when things are sealed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's sealed and nobody knew about it, then I'm telling you, it's like Fort Knox or something, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't know if it's particularly sealed. I think it was just unsealed because that's Laura Metzel had it. And I hadn't had it on.
That's how you keep a secret. You know, you seal it, nobody discuss it, and then all of a sudden it just appears.
So.
Yeah.
So, Your Honor, I think,
So you're not ready for trial.
no, I think it's in the client's best interest that I investigated this new case. and speak to the client about it prior
Okay.
to proceeding in his trial in this case.
All right. On this case, recall it for January the 27th, 28th, or 30th. Which day?
Oh, we'll just set it on my birthday, January 30th.
Oh, wow. So I'm going to remember that. All right, January 30th. And it will be for discovery.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Anthony Cochran. Good morning. How are the newlyweds?
Good, they're good.
So are they back?
Oh yeah, they're having a good time.
Oh, that is awesome. I hope they enjoyed their tour of the world.
Their long honeymoon, they did.
Yeah.
Very much.
Oh, that's good. All right, so today is plea deadline date.
Yes, we're gonna need a trial setting.
Okay.
My only request is, he has two cases that are two distinct offense dates, two separate offenses, and I just like the state to elect which one we're going on first so that I'm not getting ready on. Because obviously if there's a trial and a conviction on one, we may or may not have a trial on the second one, so they've got more resources than me. I don't want to have to get ready on two cases.
Oh, but do they really have more resources?
Oh, yes, they do, Judge.
I don't know.
I believe their boss is in front of Commissioners Court asking for more money this morning. They
Yeah.
got more resources.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to bring you all back. I can bring you back on January 6th, 7th, or 9th for your jury trial date.
The sixth is, you know what, let's do the ninth. That gives the weekend. to get ready.
No. That's the date for me to give you all a jury trial.
Oh, I
date.
got you.
And state on that date, you may need to let the defense know which case you want to proceed on first.
Let's do the sixth then, Judge. I know my calendar's clear that day.
All right, so we're going to come back on January 6th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Haven't signed it.
Ezekiel Neely. Good morning. All right. And is this for, oh, this is the restitution, correct?
It's a restitution hearing, Judge, yes.
Okay. All right, who is Gabriel from Gabriel's phone?
That should be him, that's the restitution.
No, I mean, is this the complainant? Who is this?
Yes.
All right, sir, you need to find a location and have a seat. And you need to remove the shades. Court is calling 2024 CR 3316, State of Texas versus Ezekiel Neely. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Good morning, Judge Alfonso Cabañas for Ezekiel Neely.
And are you Mr. Neely? You need to speak up so she can hear. Are you Ezekiel Neely? All right, we're here on a restitution hearing. So the last time we were here, my understanding is that the insurance company paid $7,800.
Yes, Your Honor, on another person involved in the case. It was fully reimbursed by his insurance company.
All right, and so the complainant in this case, who is this?
It appears that Gabriel Cervantes, Your Honor, is another person involved in the original offense who claims that his car needs repairs.
Okay. All right, and before we start with his testimony, state, do you have any documentation for the court with regards to his repairs?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Does anyone want to call him as a witness? All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Mr. Cervantes, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gabriel Guadiana Cervantes.
State, you may proceed.
Cervantes, what type of vehicle did you own or operate?
It was the 2012 Dodge Challenger.
And was it damaged?
Yes.
On what date was it damaged?
On the day of the incident. I'm not too sure of the specific date. It was in November 3rd.
And what happened on that date?
I was coming to a stop off 1604 and 281 when I got rear-ended by a Kia Soul. And the suspects, they fled the scene. I had to wait till the cops got there and everything.
What did you do after that?
I mean, my car was drivable, but I took it straight to the body shop so I could get an estimate and repair it.
Which body shop did you take it to? You remember?
I'm sorry?
Which body shop did you take it to, if you remember?
It's not known. It's more of a little a little business. But I had sent in the estimate, the estimate for the repairs and everything.
And according to that estimate, how much would the repairs cost?
It was $7,830.
Or did you have those repairs completed?
Yes.
Did you pay out of pocket for those repairs?
Yes, I did.
You were not compensated by insurance, correct?
No, it was not.
Why?
I only had liability and the root insurance from the stolen vehicle, the Kia Soul, was telling me that they couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do nothing about it. So I had to pay out of pocket. I'm sorry?
Couldn't or wouldn't?
That they couldn't. They couldn't do nothing because the vehicle was stolen.
Understood. Pass the witness.
Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Cervantes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cervantes, regarding your 2012 Dodge Challenger, when you claimed to have been rear-ended, this was back in 2023, correct?
Yes, sir. Last year, November of last year.
Okay, so by that time, your car was close to 9, 10 years old, correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
It wasn't brand new, it had gone through wear and tear, correct?
Yes.
So it wasn't in mint condition, right?
I wouldn't say mint condition, but it was a sports car and it was in really good condition. I mean,
okay. Now the incident you talked about getting rear-ended, is that right?
Yes, by the stolen vehicle.
Okay, and you don't know the name of the mechanic shop you took this car to, correct?
Hold on, I could pull it up. ABR Motors.
ABR Motors, okay.
Yes.
But you just told us or told the court that it's not known, it's a little mechanic shop, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so you don't know the name of the mechanic that performed any of the work, correct?
Abraham Roveldo.
Okay, do you know exactly what kind of repair he did?
Body, he had to do some body, pull out the the hit from the back, body repair, and then rear bumper, trunk, front bumper, front hood, plus paint.
Okay, are you just stating things that you remember, or are you looking at an actual document with a detailed invoice of what the repairs he did?
Yes, I'm looking at the actual invoice.
Okay, did you send that to the prosecutor's office?
Yes, I did.
Okay, regarding the estimate, is that an estimate or is that how much you paid to get those things repaired?
That was how much I paid. The car has been repaired.
Okay, did you give proof to the prosecutor's office that you actually paid that amount you're asking the court to grant you?
Yes, I did.
What did you send the prosecutor's office to confirm that?
I had sent it to Ernest Acevedo. That's who got all the information I sent in.
Okay, but did you send them out, for example, did you send a check that you paid them with to show that you paid that amount?
I had to pay cash.
Okay, do you have a bank receipt where you're withdrawing $7,800 from your bank?
I mean, it was in payments. I didn't pay it all at front, and I wouldn't have the receipts anymore. No, I just got the invoice.
Do you have bank statements that show that over the course of however many months you're claiming to have paid it, you had enough money there to complete the $7,800?
Can you repeat that?
Yes. Do you have bank statements that show that over the course of the months you claim to have paid this, bank statements that show that you did in fact have enough money to cover the $7,800?
Yes, I guess so. Yeah.
You guess or no?
Yes.
Did you give this to the prosecutor?
No, not those.
Okay. Did you give him anything at all?
Just the invoice of the
Okay.
total.
Do you have copy or you have photos of the car with before and after the repairs?
Mm, no, I don't.
And then I'm guessing right now that you're not driving your car, correct?
Oh, I already sold it. This happened last year. I sold it like in the beginning of the year.
How much did you sell it for?
I sold it for 10,000.
10,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was more than enough to cover whatever repairs you're claiming to have made, correct?
I repaired the car first, paid the 7,830, and then I sold the car for the 10,000.
No further questions, Judge.
Any questions?
No.
Yes.
Sir, do you recognize this document, if you can see it?
Yes,
What is it?
that is the invoice.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Mr. Guadiana, on this estimate that the state just showed you,
Mm-hmm.
it has the amount of $5,300.
That's
Right?
parts. That's parts, and then the labor, and then you
Right.
add it up, and it comes out to the 7,000.
But it doesn't show that it was paid in full. It's just a quote. It doesn't say that this invoice was paid in full, right?
Yes, sir. I got this invoice not too long ago. I mean, the crash was a year ago in November.
No,
I put the car in the body shop, and then I got the car out this year, like in January of this year. And
No,
then
no, no,
y'all didn't contact me until November of this year, this past November. So that, I mean, that's when I was able to get my hands on the invoice, because I thought I wasn't gonna get nothing, I thought it was done for
Yeah,
until
no,
y'all. Yeah.
we get that. It was an accident. We understand. But
Mhm,
what I'm saying, I'm not trying to trick you, Mr. William. I'm just letting you know that on this receipt that you submitted, you may not see it very clearly. It does
Yes, I
not
see it.
state, it does not state that this amount was paid in full. It just has two numbers circled, but it doesn't state that it was paid in full, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you told the court a couple of seconds ago, you have not submitted any proof to the prosecutor that you have in fact paid this amount in full, correct?
Yes.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, any other questions?
No.
All right. So it appears that we are still where we are before. Number one, I don't have any proof that anything has been paid. I have an estimate that you all have questioned this witness about. It hasn't been introduced into evidence as the estimate. So the court doesn't have an estimate. The court has nothing to make a determination on whether or not he's owed $7,800 for restitution or owed anything for restitution. So do I need to be the person to call his bank, to file a subpoena, to get his bank records to see the installments that he paid to, whatever repair shop that he's saying he paid the money to? And I'm sorry, Cervantes?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Here's the thing. If the defendant caused an accident, which it appears he did, and if there is an accident to your vehicle, this is what the court needs to make sure that you're entitled to the amount that you're saying. So I'm going to tell you this. If you paid or withdrew money from your bank account to pay this person, depending on the bank you have, even if it's 3 years ago, they should be able to pull your record, and you walk into the bank and ask them to pull your record, right? And it will show withdrawals. And those total amount of withdrawals should total to what you're saying you paid this person to repair the vehicle. Then the person who repaired the vehicle, if you will go there and maybe they have receipts that they've given you. If you can tell them, hey, please give me these receipts. I need it so I can get a refund or be made whole from the accident. That's what the court needs.
Okay.
Because I mean, and we can go off the record, because here's the thing, anybody can come in and say, you know what, my car, I know my car, but the Kelly Blue Book value is only, or Carfax is only $5,000, but I spent $30,000 to repair it. And you see how it would be wrong for me to just accept the person word that is 30,000. So that's what I need. So are you able to go? Yes. Are you able to get that to the court? And let me just tell you, I will give you time to do that. Unless you all want to get together and agree on an amount and call Mr. Cervantes and see if he's agreement to the amount that you all want to agree on, because it's clear to the court that he owes him something. I just don't know the amount. So if you all want to confer with Mr. Cervantes, the attorneys, and come to an agreement on an amount for restitution, or either he can give me that information. So do you have Mr. Cervantes' number?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if y'all will go and discuss with Mr. Cervantes, maybe y'all can come to an agreement on the amount. And I understand, Mr. Cervantes, when you only have liability, it really doesn't cover everything necessarily. So if you all can do that, they're going to call you right now, Mr. Cervantes. And let me just tell you, I'm not forcing you to agree with whatever they think would be just for you. If you think that's not the payment you should be receiving, just give me that information and I will hear it. Okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
So do you understand everything that I'm requesting?
Yes.
All right. So you can sign off for now. The prosecutor is going to call you and he's going to speak with the defense attorney and see if you all can come up with the restitution amount.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremiah Simmons. All right. Today is plea deadline date.
We have conferred, but he is rejecting the offer.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring you back. I'm going to bring you back on January 6th for a jury trial setting.
All right. Is it possible to do something either the second or third week of, the third or the fourth week of January?
All right. I'll bring you back on January 21st.
Thank you.
All right. On January 21st, what will end up happening is I'm going to expect an acknowledgement of discovery to be completed. And on that date, you're going to be given your jury trial date. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you'll have to plea open to the court. You understand? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Ready to approach on Camacho if you're ready.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me put this in the system. Okay. I found it. Shocking. All right. Camacho. Hello. Hi. Is there a reason you're not making your appointments?
I've been looking for housing and I'm still homeless, so I've just been trying to get that situated. I just got it situated. I'm in the process of getting an apartment. I haven't been able to because I have evictions on my record. So it just passed. Like they literally just passed. So
did you tell VTC that?
No, ma'am, but we did some due diligence.
Sure.
Due diligence research. We know he's working with the VA program to get housing. I was going to confirm a couple different addresses on him. One of them being at 900 North Main, 4000 Horizon Hill. The North Main address, Your Honor, is a hotel that the GI form has contracted out for individual housing.
Mhm.
So we were hoping that he was there. Like we kind of talked about earlier, it's been hit or miss. He's been working a lot with our case manager. Communication's just been very sporadic.
You gotta pick up the phone and call somebody. Otherwise, what's gonna end up happening, a warrant is gonna be issued for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand that you're a veteran. I understand that there are other issues going on, but I just can't have you out and about and nobody knows where you are. So people can't help you if you don't reach out to get the help. You understand? So, yes.
Real brief. He did make an effort to try to get the proper documents that BTC needed. We did discuss with him that the document was not sufficient for him to go back to VA and get an unredacted copy of the document. But they gave him instructions on to do that. But he did go to VA to try to retrieve these documents. He was taking these steps. And I think that the phone number he has is not gonna, hopefully won't get disconnected. It's a good number.
Yes.
All right, so I'm telling you, this is what the court is gonna do. And you're gonna get a reset form. I'm recalling this case for January 21st. And if you have missed appointments with the VA, if you don't show up for court, I'm not gonna do this thing where I have your attorney try to find you because you didn't show up yesterday either. You didn't show up last week for court. So this is the last time that I'm gonna do that. Do you understand?
I didn't know that I had court yesterday. Nobody reached out to tell me that I had court, so.
The reason why you may not have known you had court yesterday is because you were supposed to have court the previous week and you didn't show. There have been 3 days where you have missed showing up for court. And I keep moving it to a different date because I'm being understanding about the fact that you're a veteran, about the fact that there are other issues going on. But what I'm telling you is your court date is January 21st. You're going to get a reset form. If you don't show up for that date, I am not going to do this thing where I send your attorney out to try to find you. You understand?
Yes.
All right. He's coming back on January 21st. And will you be able to give me an update by then?
Your Honor, I can give you an update by Friday. We're going to speak with them. I'm giving him a deadline that he needs to get us that form. We're going to
Okay.
print out a new directions form. He can get it to us by Friday. We'll be able to set him up and get him ready.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.